Okay, I'm gonna. Hi, Jen. Nice to see you, everybody. I'm Claudia McMullin, the founder of Hugo Coffee Roasters, and I'm here today with the beneficiary of this week's fundraiser, and that is H&P Animal Alliance, which is located in the great state of Arkansas. And we're here today with Jen from H&P. Good afternoon, Jen.
Hi, how are you?
I'm good. Thank you for coming. I'm sorry we had some technical issues, you guys, and sorry, but here we are. We're finally here, and we're here to talk about H&P, and we're here to talk about the fundraiser. So, as everybody knows, hopefully by now, but maybe not the H&P folk that are going to watch this video. So, as people may or may not know, Hugo Coffee Roasters does a fundraiser, an online fundraiser, twice a month, every month. And it's a 1 week long fundraiser. It begins on a Monday morning and ends Sunday at midnight. And during the course of that fundraiser, I donate $2.50 for every item sold on my website. Every item sold, not every order. I don't care if it's a hat, it's a mug, it's a t-shirt. I don't care. I donate to H&P Animal Alliance this week. And we do this. And what we're doing when we do this, we're specifically at Hugo. What we're trying to do is we try to find small and medium-sized rescues, because as an animal rescuer myself and someone who used to run an animal rescue, I understand that the world of animal rescue is comprised largely of the smaller, medium-sized rescues where there's a lot of passion, there's a lot of heart, there's a lot of mission, and there's not a lot of money, and it's usually volunteer-based. So we're here to do these fundraisers so that at the end of the week, on the Monday after the fundraiser, I hope I write the biggest check I can, because we want to have an immediate impact on our beneficiary organization. And like I said, this week it's H&P. So Jen, tell everybody a little bit about H&P Animal Alliance.
Okay, we are a foster-based volunteer rescue. We pull dogs from local pounds and shelters. We get them to the vet. We get them completely vaccinated. We treat any injuries they have, get them started on heartworm prevention, everything that we need to do. And then we either find them local homes or we transport to our northern rescue partners. We also have a low-cost spay and neuter program for low-income families in the area.
Which is fantastic.
Right. That's the only way. You know, we can transport all day long.
But you got to stop. You got to stop it from the beginning.
Right.
You got to stop the backyard breeders, and you got to educate and spay and neuter, and then you got to provide spay and neuter services at a discount so that people will actually do it.
Yes, ma'am.
That's great. So now tell me about, you said you pull from local shelters, and how big of a geographic area are you pulling from?
So most of the dogs that we pull from shelters are in Ouachita County. We also take dogs from Columbia County and every once in a while from Union County. So as far as like the geographical and like the how many people are in that area, I'm not quite sure. I mean, it's a small area, but to go back and look, I'm not sure on that. But you know, last year we took and transported over 400 dogs out of our area. And so for it being a small, and that's just our group, not just the surrounding groups too. So that tells you a little bit about how big the problem is around here.
Sure. And so you're transporting, so when you say you transported 400 last year, that's in addition to those you found homes locally?
Yes, ma'am. Yes.
That's amazing. That's great. And when you transport, how far do you transport?
We go to Boston, Minnesota, Illinois. We've got dogs in Seattle. Just kind of different places everywhere that we can find good rescue partners, or if we know people up there who are ready to adopt and they come back to us.
Yep.
We have friends that way, and you know, we've been able to send dogs that up there.
So that is something that I bet a lot of people who are not in the world of animal welfare and animal rescue, they probably don't know how interconnected the rescues around the country are, and how they come to each other's aid and take animals from afar. And then people across states, you know, because I remember with Nuzzles and Company, you know, we would transport a dog and, you know, we would do a call out. Can anyone go to California?
Right.
You know, and then you would say, oh, I can only get to Nevada, but okay, well, can someone pick up in Nevada and take the rest of the way?
Yes, ma'am. You rely on people a lot There are certain transport groups that we use, but we also do the multi-leg transports where somebody will drive an hour and then somebody will pick up from that hour or from that, and then they'll go an hour or they'll drive 2 hours. And it also just, it's kind of wonderful, all these people coming together to get this 1 dog, 2 dog, or 3 dogs to a home where down here they didn't have anything.
Right. No, it's fantastic. It's amazing. I just really think that the whole network of animal rescue world is amazing. It's an amazing, supportive network. I got a comment. Oh, it was a dumb comment, but as like that people compete, but we don't compete in this world. There's too much of a problem to compete to solve a problem.
Right. And that's why we're so high up there on our spay and neuter program, because we can transport all day long, but there are other groups that are transporting as well. So we need to get to the root of that problem, which is the spay and neuter. But it's not a competition. If that dog gets adopted, that's wonderful,
Yes.
Because another dog will take their space here, and then it's a cycle, it's a circle.
Yes. And you work so hard, and it's so volunteer based. That's the other thing.
Yes,
is the amount of humans throughout the country in this intertwined network is tremendous. The amount of humans who care so dearly for animals and animal welfare that it's actually, frankly, inspiring in these times.
Yes, ma'am.
Right?
Yes. And we have a very small foster group and volunteer group here, but they're wonderful. I always say that we're small, but we are mighty.
Yes.
And so we're always needing more volunteers and more foster homes, because we can't compete. We've got, when we send up north, they've got 400 fosters up there. Right. We have like 4 or 5. So, but that's okay. We're growing.
And you're in a rural area.
Yes. Yep.
Right. You're not in a densely populated area with a bunch of, with hundreds of potential fosters.
Which makes it even more important for those people who are, just thinking about it a little bit. Come talk to us, because we need people.
Yeah. I think what you're doing is so admirable, particularly given that you are in a rural area and you're up against probably a lot of forces that don't necessarily agree that animals are worthwhile, particularly. So you don't have this automatic, audience that agrees with what you're saying.
Right. Sorry, that's me ball barking in the background.
That's fine. He goes right over there. Right. So now, Jen, I want you to make sure you tell everybody what your last dog's name was.
His name was Hugo.
That's right.
And he passed away. Yeah, but that's how we found you guys. We saw your coffee and with his name, and I just like, oh, this is meant to be.
Yes. You didn't realize that I would then call you.
No, I didn't.
Say, hey, I
know.
No, I think
it works out. It's wonderful.
No, I think it's terrific. And the other thing I want people to realize out there is that when Hugo Coffee, when Team Hugo, when we're building this, when we're doing these fundraisers, our intent is to build relationships with our rescue partners. So we're hoping that, obviously we're hoping that this fundraiser is very successful. But even if we don't knock it out of the park, we'll be back to you in 4 to 6 months and we'll try it again. And maybe we'll figure something out that works better the next time if we aren't successful. But we're here today to talk about making this fundraiser as successful as we can. So
and everything helps. Everything helps.
Right. So this is our little call to action towards the end of the fundraiser. We have 2.5 more days left. So we want to get the word out to all of our fan base, all of your fan base, all of your fans' fan base to buy Hugo Coffee so that we can donate. I can write the biggest check I can on Monday to H&P Animal Alliance. Now, Jen, just to give us an idea, like say I could write you a check for $300 on Monday. What impact would that have?
It would be huge. So we've got like 2 main things going on right now. We just took a dog in from the county and he has an injury to his leg. It looks like maybe a trap or something. So he's missing the bottom part of his leg.
Oh, Lord.
And so he's at the vet's office now. His name is Jagger, but he's doing well. He's doing good. So that would go to that. But we're also, we got a grant, or we received a grant to help purchase a transport van. And so we're trying to raise more money so we can get the rest of that. And that will open up more rescues that we can send dogs to. So it's huge.
That's
$300 is huge.
That's huge. No, and also the idea that you got a grant to help you get a transport van.
Yes.
I'll never forget. We got a transport van at Nuzzles and Company during my tenure. It was like, it was life changing for the organization at the time. And this was like 11 years ago, but it was such a big deal to get a transport van. So I am thrilled for you that you got a grant to go towards a transport van. And I'm telling everybody who's listening what an impact that has on an animal rescue. So let's raise as much money as we can over the weekend for H&P Animal Alliance for their new transport van, or to help Jagger. But I do love the I'm just going to say, I saw what one did to the organization.
Yes, we're with you. We're so excited about that.
Oh, and congratulations on the grant. That's fantastic.
Thank you.
All right. So now we're going to sign off soon, Jen, but we're going to, before we do, we're going to tell everybody, come on, people. Drink coffee, save dogs. Drink coffee, save dogs.
Yes, there's t-shirts, the hat. I've got the t-shirt. I've got mugs. We've got the coffee. There's so much stuff. Even if you don't drink coffee, there's other things that you can buy, and everything goes back to help us,
Exactly the point. That's exactly why we do it. The small ones that need it the most are getting, it might not seem like a lot to people who are maybe listening and like, oh, I've donated $1,000, like whatever. This organization will benefit from $100 to whatever you can give.
Yes.
So I just want to give the most I can on Monday morning when this is over. And it's my favorite day of the week. I think I've told you that before. It's my favorite day when I go, oh yeah, okay, I'm writing the check today. So let's all buy coffee, buy mugs, buy t-shirts, buy whatever. Let's do it for H&P Animal Alliance, and let's help them get that transport van, and let's help Jagger get healthier.
Yes, let's do it.
All right, Jen. Well, you have a wonderful weekend.
You as well.
And we will be in touch shortly, and hopefully we'll be seeing you again in a few months.
Sounds great. Thank you.
Okay. Bye, Jen.
Bye-bye.